Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Nick Fury, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm new to the game. This is my first year doing YouTube. I decided to go with Madden 18, and so throughout, videos I release, it's going to be pretty much Madden, NBA 2K, and other games that I play. I like to play a lot of games, but I'm starting out with Madden. This year, I will be doing a Madden League for the first time since playing Madden ever, and I'm actually really excited about that. So, for the most part, what's going to be happening is I will be doing YouTube videos about that league and things throughout each week. So hopefully you guys like what you hear. If you do, hit that subscribe button. And so this video that I'm doing right now is going to be about my impressions about Madden 18. Madden 18 just came out today for early access if you have EA access. It's a 10-hour trial. And so I put in about 2 hours of gameplay today. I will be putting in more throughout the week. But these are my just off the top hands-on impressions of the game. So this is the first year that EA is letting Madden use the Frostbite engine. Now, they used the Frostbite engine for FIFA last year, but this is the first year that Madden will be using the Frostbite engine. And if you've read, they've said pretty much all Frostbite has done for them this year is basically improved on visuals pretty much. And so as far as animations and things like that, there really hasn't been much of a change, but they did manage to fix some of the cheeses that were in the game that a lot of people did not like. When you play competitive, where it was Ultimate Team or you just played online. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over that. But before I go over that, I would like to talk about the newest feature in this year's Madden, and that is, of course, the story mode, the long shot.
You guys is long shots. Well, I like long shots.
So the long shot is a story mode. Basically what it's about is about this guy named Devin Wade who played at the University of Texas. Now, something happened to Devin Wade, which I don't really want to reveal for spoilers, but something happened to Devin Wade while he was at the University of Texas, and he ended up quitting the University of Texas. And so where you kick off the story is basically you and your friend are going to the regional combine to pretty much make your mark and try to make an NFL team.
Flapjack, deadfish, 75. Frick.
Golden Cruz rolls out wide. Texans down by 5.
We ain't the Texans, we the Cowboys.
And so this story mode, it's pretty similar to FIFA's story mode last year with Alex Walker. You and your buddy, you go to the combine, and when you get to the combine, you go through drills. In each drill, pretty much you do yourself. It's just an action that you got to do. You drop back, you hit the left stick, you hit the right stick, you hit the left trigger, you hit X to throw the ball in these drills, and you pretty much just go through that in the combine, and then you end up, after that, running into a agent who asks you to start this reality TV show about you being a long shot and about you not making the NFL, and it's sort of a progression, and then that's where it stops for the trial, and then you will have to just wait and see what happens afterwards. So I mean, it's pretty cool. I think I'm really going to enjoy it when I do play it. So I mean, we'll just have to see. But as far as the production and the way they introduced it, I think it's great. So the next thing I want to talk about is the presentation of the game as a whole. As I mentioned before, this is the first time Madden is using the Frostbite engine, and I will say this, it makes the game look gorgeous. Way better than any Madden in the past. It makes last year's Madden, look like last gen, and I'm not just exaggerating, but it looks great. And so I applaud EA Sports for taking the leap after FIFA did it to integrate Frostbite into their game. Now, the first thing you'll notice is that they added a lot more presentation as if you were watching a real football game. There will be a lot of cutscenes during timeouts. The introductions are great. A lot of cutscenes in between quarters. There is a halftime highlight reel, as there was last year. But if you were like me, you probably skipped a lot. But as far as the attention to detail with the new Frostbite engine, I mean, stadiums look gorgeous, the cutscenes look great, and so we have to applaud EA for taking that to the next level, really. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is gameplay. And so last year, I really didn't get into the competitive as much as other people did. I played Ultimate Team a little bit, played, online a little bit, never really got hardcore into Madden. But talking to people who did, they would tell me about certain things that would, certain cheeses that people would use. And so EA addressed a lot of them this year. And so I'm just going to go through the ones that I have noticed that I could exploit, and then we'll just take it from there. So a big one that I do remember using last year was when your quarterback rolled out of the pocket left or right. If there was a defender in the flat or a defender in a hooked zone near the sideline, that defender, as soon as the quarterback would start to veer toward the line of scrimmage, would come out of that zone to pursue the quarterback, and you could just lob a pass over the defender to the wide open receiver, and you pretty much have a first down automatically. And so this year they did change that. I noticed that if I rolled to the left or to the right with Russell Wilson, that defender would stay in his zone until I had actually crossed the line of scrimmage till the passing camera came out, and he would then pursue the quarterback and hit the quarterback. So that's great. Second one was the swerve. I never really used the swerve, so I cannot show you any examples in this video of the swerve. But apparently that was fixed. That was a big one. I've heard that from people in the community. I've heard that from friends. So that's great. Number 2. Next, the whole issue last year whenever your quarterback would overthrow a defender or just blatantly throw the football to a defender from not paying attention, that defender would drop the pass almost always, and you would get away from not throwing any interceptions. That's definitely changed. I was playing only on All Pro, and anytime I would throw the ball to a defender, picked off on All Pro. So you really have to be on point now in this game with your passing, which for me personally is not very easy. I have a hard time reading zones, and that leads me to my next thing, which is cross man, and you can no longer cross man in this game. And so you pretty much have to play zone defense the whole time in this game, because man defense is pretty much trash. I mean, even if your defender is a great defender, he's still going to get burned. You could put a safety on a tight end, and a good safety with great coverage, and that tight end with great route running will always break off the route and be wide open. And so they didn't change that, and so you pretty much can't cross man anymore, which is going to lead for people who are able to cheese that. They will probably have tons of yards. Now for me personally, I like to run smash mouth football, so it's not going to be huge for me. The next thing I want to talk about is the 3 game modes that they introduced this year when you're playing online, which is arcade, simulation, and competitive. Now, as far as I know, there's not much of a difference between simulation and competitive, other than certain rules are a little bit different. Competitive is based more if you're playing Ultimate Team or online. Simulation is if you want to play sort of a more traditional football with your friends, pretty much more casual. Arcade is just exactly what it says. It's arcade, where pretty much sliders are turned up and you can make the most ridiculous plays, long throws, long bombs to whoever, make their most ridiculous catches, and it's just pretty much fun. So I don't know if I'm going to get much use out of arcade. I might, just to see how ridiculous it can get. But I think that's just really cool that they gave us 3 options for that. And we will just have to see as the this year's Madden progresses how the 2 other game types work out. So is the game worth buying? If you're a hardcore Madden follower, yes, of course. If you're a casual, maybe so, maybe not. It really just depends. But I would say if you're casual, you more than likely would want to wait for it to drop, or if you have EA access, wait for it to get into the vault. Now, as I mentioned before, this is the first year that I'm actually going into YouTube, into the gaming community, into the Madden community as a whole. And this year, I'm in a actual connected franchise league. It's called Strong Arm Madden. And as I can tell, there are some legit members in the league. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make highlight videos, league updates, my own highlight videos, things like that for Madden. And so if you like what you saw, like what you heard, or maybe you just want to help somebody out because I'm new, I'm fresh, just hit the subscribe button, hit that bell. You'll get a notification whenever I put something up. And, you know, just be along for the journey. Like I said, I'm new. And so this is something that I'm just going to try throughout the year. And hopefully, you know, it blows up. And as I get better, you can be along for the ride. So once again, my name is Nick Fury. Subscribe, like. I'll catch you later.